I'm gluing down these samples just because I have so many hundreds of them. They're just piled in boxes and everything. So I've decided I'm going to just stick them all down so I can have easy access to them. Now, I'm not going to go to the trouble of, you know, naming every single color and what I did, which is what I normally do. But I've been using enamels for such a long time. I more or less know how these worked. But on the back, I might make a few notes. So this is what I'm currently doing. And I'm just using really bog standard PVA glue. I hope it works. My paintbrush is a bit, or my glue application brush is probably a better phrase, is it could do with a bit of rehab. Certainly could do with being retired. And that's black and white, just black and white, which is a really nice combo. So anyhow, that is what I'm doing here. Okay, that's board number 1. Hopefully you can see those properly. And if you want to know what colors these are, what color combinations, you can always just send me a message in the reply or the comments box. Anyway, on to the next one. Let's put that there. When I'm doing samples, I always write down what I'm doing. It's all very messy here. But what I do is I get my pieces and I trace around them so I see which shape goes where. It's just easier. I seem to be missing some of my shapes. There's a shape there. Because I usually do about 20 of them at a time, and there are kind of this very fine differences between each thing. So I know that I won't remember. So I actually just trace around the shape, and make sure I use odd shapes as well so that I can tell. And then I write down what I'm thinking of doing, and I tick it off once it's done. I say O is for orange. Sorry, O is for O is for opaque. Excuse me. T is for transparent. And I tend to, these are all 80 mesh sifters unless I say otherwise, which I sometimes say, okay, this was in for 3 minutes, make some extra notes. This was done twice. This was done at 1 minute and 40 seconds instead of 1 minute and 30 seconds. Or anyway, so that's how I do these. Anyway, these ones, and then I keep these pieces of paper with all my notes, and then I can refer to the mattress. So now I'm just going to stick these on in the right order, just so that it's easier for me to see what I'm doing. And yeah, get on with sticking these down. Okay, here we have the reds. Well, I have tons of red samples actually, but this is just one group of them. And I think I've said before, well, I certainly say it in my classes, even ones that you think, oh, that's so ugly, what the colors are hideous and all that, it doesn't matter. Keep them. When you make samples, you should keep them and make a note, because you never know when something, I mean, that doesn't look particularly nice, but you never know when it might be appropriate for what you're trying to do. And this one here, for example, the colors aren't particularly nice, but the texture is really nice. It's really interesting. And same with this, you know, and also, it also kind of, you do things thinking it's going to look one way and it looks the other way, you know, and you go, okay, well, I won't try that again. You know, you tick it off your list. And then some things which you think are going to be awful turn out to be really gorgeous. So yeah, keep your samples, try and make a note of them. It can get a bit overwhelming because you can do a lot of them, but it's definitely worth it. So thank you for watching.